Much as I did, I think, as I thought of him going to China as the first president to visit China. He's been to the Soviet Union before, but not as president. And others have been to the Soviet Union, of course, but the moment of this occasion is very significant in many ways, and most Americans are fully aware of the significance, I think.
Do you think that he could possibly come to blows with Brezhnev, as he did with Khrushchev the last time he visited?
I don't think Khrushchev and my brother ever came to blows. They became very involved in discussion, of course, as we're all aware. And that may occur again, but I hope that the outcome of this trip will, as the President hopes, will have great significance for this generation and many more to come.
I agree with the goal of setting of negotiating to get our contribution in accord with the Lodge Commission recommendation, our contribution to the assessed budgets at 25%. But I disagree with the action that the House of Representatives took, because what they did is to legislate the cut, and that will put us in default of our basic treaty obligations. And we should negotiate it, not legislate it. Legislating it will make us just as guilty as the Russians are of not paying their bills.
Weren't doing this as an idle thing, as Luna says, and I think he knows it too. Why was he so nervous when Wendler came to present my check yesterday? I was out campaigning in Abilene and San Angelo and couldn't cancel those engagements, couldn't be there. Why did they shake all over if there wasn't anything that they were afraid of having exposed? Why were they so frightened of opening the boxes? Take only a few days and we were paying the expense. Why did they refuse? That we didn't ask for a recount, which is a laborious proceeding and would hold up the printing of the ballot. We asked just for a quick recheck where you wouldn't hold up the printing of the ballots. If they weren't afraid, why did they say no? Why did they offer all the excuses on earth?
Jerry, I think we have a fine ball club. We've started off well. We've been getting some real good pitching, and of course pitching is a real important part of our game. And I think we have a fine hitting ball club, and if we can get things together all the time, we should do pretty well. I think we have a ball club that can challenge the rest of the ball clubs in our division.
And you yourself, are you pleased with your performance?
Well, I don't think any ball player is ever satisfied or shouldn't be satisfied with his performance. Naturally, I'd like to do better, maybe get a hit or two here that will help win a ball game occasionally.
my part to find out what's in those machines. Because the vote
Well, Jerry, I guess they say that over a period of time they all even up, and it's one man's decision, but it certainly looked like to us from the Minnesota bench that we had the ball and the man out in plenty of time, and as it turned out, it was the deciding factor of the ball game, and if we get that out, they don't get a run, and maybe we win at 1-0, who knows, but at least that was the turning point.
And at the end of the season, if you can count enough of those on your hands, they can cost you a few games, can't they?
Well, you hope they don't. No one, the umpire doesn't want to make a mistake, and we don't want them to make mistakes, and especially against us. It's not so bad when you're on the receiving end of a call like that, as Mr. Williams was last night. He might have had a little chuckle, but they hurt, and in a pennant race, which we're all going to be in, it looks like, you just hope that we don't have too many of those go against you.
Well, I think probably the most important reason is the fact that business has become so big today that we have grown away from customers. After World War II, when the assembly lines became popular and there was a great demand for goods and services and we were producing it and people were buying, business became very, very big, and it became remote from its customers. And actually, I think what it is a lack of communication.
So you think then the key to solving the consumer affairs problems would be communication?
I think it's the most important thing. I think that it's business has to accept the responsibility that they have to give a dollar's worth of product for a dollar spent. They have a responsibility to listen to a consumer's complaint.